The invitation went out like it was nothing. Casual. Thoughtless. Dangerous. "We're just being mature adults," my wife said, scrolling through her phone while I stood in the doorway. "It's Christmas. He doesn't have family here." Her ex. The man she once loved, once planned a future with, once claimed she was completely over. Every instinct in my body screamed that this was a mistake, but I ignored it. I didn't want to be the insecure husband. I didn't want to ruin the holidays. So I nodded, even though something inside me tightened. Christmas Eve arrived wrapped in lights and forced smiles. When he walked through the door with a bottle of wine and a too-familiar grin, I felt like a guest in my own house. They hugged just a second too long. Their laughter came too easily. Old memories hovered between them like ghosts no one wanted to acknowledge. Dinner was worse. They reminisced openly, inside jokes, shared stories, moments I had never been part of. I watched my wife slowly slip into a version of herself I didn't recognize. She laughed louder. She leaned closer. She forgot I was there. That night, as I lay awake beside her, I realized something painful but clarifying. This wasn't about Christmas. This was about unfinished business. I didn't confront her. I didn't argue. I didn't accuse. I observed. Over the next few days, he stayed longer than planned. One night turned into 3. Then 5. She said it was rude to ask him to leave before New Year's. I noticed how often she checked her phone. How her tone changed when she spoke to him. How distant she became with me. So I did something unexpected. I stepped back. I stopped competing for attention. I stopped explaining my feelings to someone who wasn't listening. I focused on myself, work calls I'd been putting off, friends I hadn't seen in years, gym sessions that burned off more than stress. I became calm, grounded, unavailable. She noticed. "Are you okay?" she asked one evening, confused by my silence. "I'm fine," I said honestly. "Just thinking." What I was thinking was simple. If she was going to show me who she really was, I needed to believe her. On New Year's Eve, everything collapsed. Her ex drank too much. His charm cracked. Old habits surfaced, jealous comments, passive-aggressive remarks, subtle insults directed at me. He didn't like that I wasn't reacting. He didn't like that I wasn't threatened. And she saw it. For the first time, she saw him not as nostalgia, but as reality. That night, after the countdown fireworks faded, they argued. Quietly at first. Then louder. Words spilled that couldn't be taken back. Accusations. Resentments. The past, no longer romantic, exposed itself as unfinished pain. I didn't interrupt. The next morning, he left early. No goodbye. No apology. She sat at the kitchen table hours later, eyes red, hands shaking. "I made a mistake," she whispered. "I thought I was strong enough. I thought it didn't matter." I looked at her calmly. "It mattered the moment you invited him." She cried. She apologized. She promised it meant nothing. But something had already changed. By New Year's, she realized what she had risked. Trust doesn't break loudly, it erodes quietly, and once it's gone, regret comes too late. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't punish her. I simply stopped being someone who would accept being second to her past. Some lessons arrive wrapped in holiday lights. Others arrive with silence, clarity, and consequences. She invited her ex for Christmas. By New Year's, she understood the cost.